We're going to jump into this best of 3 as we continue our action. Today's SGL Cup number 6. Again, shout out to the SGL organizers. Great to have this event continue to run, and it's just an awesome event. There is a Matcherino page for it, guys. I actually haven't got the overlays on because I completely forgot until just now. If you exclamation mark Matcherino in the chat, it will give you the link. There isn't any coupon codes left, but if you do want to donate a little bit of your own money towards the cause of the SGL and these players, then do feel free. Am I casting top dogs this afternoon? Asks Turgid Leafman in the chat very quickly just before I introduce the players. Top dogs tonight is the international top dogs, which I don't have, which I'm not allowed to cast, so I can't really do anything about it. Unfortunately, we're not going to be casting that. That's going to be cast by Base Trade TV. That'll be live from I think 7 PM CET, maybe 6 PM CET. It's on the Team Liquid calendar though, guys. Check it out. I believe Bjorn's playing tonight, so go watch. International Top Dog should be a lot of fun. And Base Trade will be covering that from whenever it starts, so you can go check that as we jump into this game. Let's introduce our players. Bottom left-hand side of the map, our blue Terran player. It is GuMiho. And he has been trading series with his opponent here in the top right of the map, aLive, playing in red. These guys have traded a lot of series lately in events such as the SGL Cup and so on. In fact, if you give me a moment, I'm going to go and check what exactly their recent score against each other is, because I feel as though it should be very, very similar. So let me predict. Let me go into a best of 3. And then we'll go, not Jim, I wanted GuMiho. And aLive. And then they're going to show me the future. There's no look like such a great site. You can literally just find anything you want so quickly. Must be a... Oh. I pressed best of 2 instead of best of 3. That was silly. Alright. aLive has the upper hand, actually. Wow, aLive has been battering GuMiho lately. Wow, in the last 4 months, since August, aLive and GuMiho have played 5 times, and every single time aLive has won, apart from the last time, which was very recently, in the SGL Cup the other day. Wow, so that's pretty crazy. All right. Anyways, sorry, there's Reaper Hellion on the map here from GuMiho. A bit more of an aggressive opening for him as he also heads in towards that Cloak Banshee play. And we are just going to be seeing aLive. Well, aLive is just sort of setting up into a very standard sort of Cloak Banshee play off of an expand. So I like aLive's position, and let's take some damage here from this Reaper Hellion. I was going to say, unless he... yeah, aLive's looking to be in a really good position. Then he starts to take some damage from the Reaper Hellion. It's like, oh, okay. I mean, GuMiho's CC still isn't finished, so aLive's still in a pretty good spot. But man, these Reapers and Hellions have been annoying. 2 workers killed, obviously mining time delayed. It's very frustrating for aLive. He just doesn't have the units to really kind of work his way against any of these. Loses another Marine. Loses a lot now, and still, actually, GuMiho not losing anything at all. Problem is, these Reapers and Hellions, I wonder if he can just run by and get out, actually. If he grenades these 2 Marines away, I wonder if he can get out down to the south side. He picks off one of them. I mean, I think it's the best way to go. Then he keeps his units alive, although it is difficult. As we're going to be seeing this Banshee coming in, he will shut this down now, so... I mean, that's nice. The problem is, though, obviously now... GuMiho knows about the Banshee, right? So he can prepare for it as his own Banshee comes in towards the main base. And what's aLive got ready to defend this? Well, absolutely nothing. He has no anti-air apart from a few Marines, which is not ideal when fighting against a Banshee. We all know that. The last thing you want is only Marines. As GuMiho just going to be continuing to come in here. It's going to be a lot of damage he's doing as he's going to be going now and continue to pick off so many of these SCVs. Look at this. So much damage being done. Continue to pick off SCV after SCV. Oh my god, 12 workers killed and continuing to go on up. A fresh mule goes down as well. Another SCV and another build and a turret. It just never ends. Marines aren't doing any damage because there's no scan available, detection. I mean, there's a Raven about to pop. In fact, Raven's out, but it's not over here in position at all, which is obviously a fairly big deal as well. 14 workers down as 16 have been killed. Finally, the Marines will come forwards here, but the Banshee just kites away, trades with the Marines, comes back in, gets another shot on the workers. Another Marine goes down. And the brutality of this Banshee just does not end. A 23 kill Banshee and still getting kills here towards the end. Okay, we'll finally back away. Banshee comes in on the natural expansion. As aLive is, well, just going to back away. Oh, he's going to fly over the Raven and Cyclone. Oh, no, that's not how you want to do things. Cyclone's going to lock on. Raven will drop the auto turret as well to help fight against that, and that will be the main thing, which helps get rid of this Banshee. aLive does not do the cat damage he wants to get done with his own Banshee as a Raven, and Viking combo will now clean this up to the right-hand side. And we're just going to be seeing aLive just with a siege tank coming on out here, so tank's about halfway done. I mean, it doesn't really matter at this point. He's so far behind. What does he do to recover in this game? Well, he's going to start up Stim as his opponent. Double medevac on the way from GuMiho. I mean, I guess he's just going to fight with these two tanks and marines. It makes a lot of sense. I mean, there just isn't that much in comparison for aLive, so if GuMiho can get in position, he can get a lot of damage done. And that's definitely what he looks to be going towards right now. Is aLive just going to sit here. A couple more Vikings are on the way up, so a couple more Vikings starting to build here. As again, these marines and tanks just going to be starting the watchtower momentarily. We see these two medevacs are going to be moving forwards, and they are going to be starting to move over to the other side of the map. So it's just going to be this classic sort of, well, not 8 marine, but 6 marine and 2 tank drop in 2 medevacs, and this is going to go straight into the main, which will be where aLive isn't really in position ready to defend at all. And we'll have a couple of Vikings and, I know, a Raven, but that's not going to be enough. And there's the drop starting to come on in. The tanks will siege on up. I mean, GuMiho has a Raven here as well, so he can also drop an auto turret of his own, which he's going to do immediately. Shuts down one of the Vikings. Going to lose his... he actually keeps one of his medevacs alive, but for how much longer? Maybe not too much longer, actually. I mean, the thing is here, in the end, it's still going to be decent damage done, I think, by GuMiho, right? I mean, he's already killed off 6 workers. The tank goes down. Even though he lost a lot of these units, he's definitely getting worthwhile damage out of it. His refinery goes down as well, and these 2 tanks just continue to fire away. SCV's going to pull into this. Not going to be a pretty ending, is it? He doesn't really target any more SCVs, but he does get another siege tank killers. The marines are all that's left, and it's 10 workers killed overall. It's just more damage done by GuMiho, and aLive fighting from behind again here in this game. So aLive is really, again, just struggling. I mean, it comes down to that first Banshee. Banshee did a lot of damage, and from there, it's very hard for him to bounce back, but well, it's still sort of brutal to see. As we're going to be seeing the couple of depots coming up on the third base. We're going to see another tank vac. Not tank vac, but a medevac with a tank and 4 marines inside. Going to come across the map, and again, just a lot GuMiho looking to try and just apply a bit more pressure and see what they can do. We actually unload towards the third base. We actually do see a third CC is ready to move into position from aLive, which is pretty, pretty ineffective or unimportant, I guess, because there's already third base saturated from GuMiho. So it's again just GuMiho with all the advantages to play with here. Stimming a few of these marines in now, as we see SCVs taking a lot of damage. A few SCVs actually going to get pulled in towards this to try and help out fighting this these units, but the tank is actually going to get rid of the marines. Vikings will now land. Vikings actually do a pretty decent job against these units on the ground, so they will clean up. I mean, it costs him a Viking, though he still loses 11 SCVs as well, so losing again a few more units, and just GuMiho pushing forwards once more, going to keep the pressure going. I mean, what is aLive meant to do? Tell me, please, because I would love to know how to come back from this position. 2 upgrades on the way from aLive, from GuMiho, sorry, so he's going to take a huge upgrade lead. He's already on 5 racks, while we're only seeing the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th racks added from aLive. Again, there's nothing going aLive's way at this point. GuMiho is just in way too good of a position here in game number 1 of the series. You can just see this 3rd CC going to go down. And we're just waiting for aLive to recognize that this game is over. Probably right now as his tanks go down. He's going to call out the GG. There it is. GuMiho takes game number 1 of the series. Convincing fashion. Doing different things until something finally works. Alright, anyways, let's go into game number 2. We have to the bottom right hand side of the map our red Terran player up a game in the series. Let's hear if you're cheering on GuMiho. And to the top left hand side, our blue Terran player. It is going to be aLive. Looking to level the series out, tie things up, and take us into a game 3 of our TvT. Wouldn't that be great? I'd love to see more games. I mean, generally, just whenever. If you can see more games, it's always better. Like, it's always nice to be able to see a few more games, to see a bit more action from these guys. So, yeah, here's hoping. Here is hoping. So, CC is just building some SCVs. The opening here, double gas from both players this time around. aLive last game did go for that earlier expansion. Did not pay off for him at all, as he lost pretty much all of his workers super quickly, super early in the game. That wasn't really the best way for things to go for him, so that wasn't brilliant. I was going to see a Reaper in a factory on the way up from both players, and again, probably going to be a little bit of Reaper Hellion in the early stages. So Reaper Hellion in the early stages, and then into whatever they fancy off the starport. We'll see actually if they pull out a gas at all. 3 workers in each, 1 worker in there. A little bit. So they're pulling out a gas a little bit, but okay, I mean, it's interesting. We'll probably see a bit of a faster expand from at least aLive, but that's still more gas than you'd usually mine. Usually you go to 1 in each, but yeah, I'm not sure actually. I'm not sure. Huh. Yeah, I mean, we are going to see, a Cyclone on the way. Okay, so it's not Hellions. Okay, so this is just a different build to what I'm used to. So GuMiho goes into the stop. Well, that's expected. He kept 4 workers on gas, and now back up to 6. So it's just to give him a few extra minerals. But it is going to be an expansion out of aLive, but also with a Cyclone. So very interested to see how this turns out in these next few moments. So we'll see how this goes in the next little while here. I'm going to see 2 Reapers and a Hellion just sitting together with GuMiho right now. Very similar to the last game for him at this point. We're even going into the Banshee as well. So Banshee on the way, but this Cyclone moving forward from aLive. How much damage can this Cyclone really do? I actually do not know how the new Cyclone trades with like a Reaper Hellion force. So I'm very interested. What's he going to do? He's pulling it all the way back. So it looks like he is just going to go back with it. Lost his first Reaper, which might be the reasoning. As we're going to see the second Reaper trying to get away. Hops down to the low ground. Does survive, but he's running out of space. Reapers from the right. Hellions from the left. Well, I say from the right, I mean from the south. Hellions from the north. And the Reaper does go down. I mean, the Cyclone manages to get away. So that's great. I mean, the Cyclone manages to get away and is able to just sort of pull back here. Awesome Possum in the chat asking about what the double gas early in the game indicates. Pretty much double gas means that the fast factory is going to be coming down super early. So, like, when you're only on a Rax and you have a second gas, it's always going to be a fast factory. And a lot of the time you'll see double gas to get the factory up, and then it'll be Reaper Hellion. And then what happens is basically from the double gas, you can pull out a gas a little bit to take that faster expand, like aLive did, or you can stick in it to get the starport and then take your expand a bit later, like what GuMiho has done. But it generally does mean Reaper Hellion, or I guess nowadays a Reaper Cyclone is a possibility as well. But it's generally what it's going to be. It means that you're going to build more than 1 Reaper, because if you're going to go on just 1 gas, if you're not going to build the Reaper, you don't need the second gas to build the factory, basically. So that's kind of what it is. It's generally for continued Reaper production while going into something else, which is generally Reaper Hellion because it works together. Well, anyways, this damage is continuing to come in from GuMiho once again. Another Banshee doing a lot of damage once more. Lock-on comes into play. The Marines, it's going to work out really nicely. Cyclone pushes the Banshee to the right because of the lock-on, trying to escape, but it runs into the Marines. And aLive really going to put himself into a nice little position here in the early stages. So, well, I say that, but he's actually only killed a Banshee, right? He still took 10 workers damage. Those Reapers getting in before also did quite a bit. So it's actually been a fairly successful opening out of GuMiho. So GuMiho actually on a bit of a successful opening right now. Is this Banshee going to go up to the northern side and have a little bit of a look to see what's going on. Going to come all the way to the north at the 12 o'clock position right now. Going to turn left and start moving in towards the natural expansion and start working his way through some more SCVs. So more damage being done here. And aLive is once again going to find himself down in workers. 9 workers down. While only 5.5 minutes in game, and GuMiho already building the third base in location as well. So this is really, really nice in these super early stages. GuMiho just setting up really prettily as we're going to see the Cyclone coming in. Shuts down, I think, a Banshee to the left side. Not sure what that was. That Banshee? No, it's just a Reaper or something he shut down. As Banshee gets away, I mean, this is crazy because GuMiho can come in again with this and do even more damage. And just continue to put aLive into a really difficult spot. I don't actually really know where aLive goes from here. His lack of workers is starting to be, is starting to show in terms of other, things on the map. You're going to see the Cyclone War. There's those Cyclones fighting each other. It's maybe one of the funniest things in the game right now. Because these few Marines just moving forwards, and they are going to try and fight against this Hellion and this Cyclone. So Doesn't quite go down though. Cyclone wins out. A little bit of a drop coming in from aLive. He has to do damage right now. If he doesn't get damage done, he's going to be in so much trouble. Goes straight for the main base with this drop. Units are going to try and get in position here for GuMiho. Marine's going to start to unload. There's a tank in location. Uh-oh, aLive taking some damage from this already. 2 SCVs going down. I mean, aLive does have a good, decent position to work with. He's going to drop these auto turrets down. The tank's actually going to do a lot of damage. GuMiho's messed this up heavily, I would say. He's really kind of just engaged in a really kind of, well, horrific manner. He lost so much to this top side when he wasn't really committing. His Raven didn't drop down any auto turrets. Now we're going to be seeing Marines dropping on top of a siege tank to do a bit more damage. And there's a couple of tanks going to be moving forwards as well. There's 2 tanks here also for... Oh wow, this is interesting. Banshee comes back home as well. Also 2 tanks here from GuMiho. Now we're going to see a siege on the low ground as we're going to see Marines will fight once again. And oh, the tanks are going to go down. He unsieges 1 tank, so he actually loses his tanks, but he will, in the main base, pick off a tank also aLive, doing damage to bring himself back into this, evening out the army supply. The tanks on the low ground, I feel if he left his other tank sieged up, he would have got some kills there. I know why he was unsieging it, because it looked as though it was going to die. And it was hard for him to actually make the right decision on that. But man, that was, I think, a little bit of a mistake in the end. As we see those medevacs going to boost back up towards the upper left-hand side. 1-1 upgrades coming out here from GuMiho. So going into those 1-1 upgrades, and we are just going to be seeing these couple of Vikings. They're going to be moving down towards the lower right-hand side as well. So the Vikings going to move down towards the lower right, as Marines and Tank are going to be gathering together and looking to see what they can get up to. So they're going to be moving across the map here for barracks being added on by aLive as he gets into his mid-game production still. I mean, he's done what he needed to catch up. Actually, that attack was good. He's got his 3rd CC coming up as well, and I still can't help but feel as though GuMiho could defend that so much better. He had the units he needed. He just engaged in such a bad position. And with just not everything at the same time, the auto turret's really crucial for aLive as well. Big counterattack though by GuMiho. Both players dropping on other sides of the map. And this GuMiho going to be the first player to actually really get damage done. He's got Stim as well. Oh my god, goodbye SCVs. Well, aLive, for every advantage he just created for himself, is going to lose so much in his main base. He's just got such a slower Stim pack. That slower Stim is actually going to cost him this game, because look at this. SCV's pulling in from the natural now. He's going to lose like every single worker. GuMiho keeps stepping away. This counterattack and the fastest Stim pack is so huge. And GuMiho is going to do so much. He's going to deny the Stim of his opponent. Well, that is just irrecoverable for aLive. GuMiho is going to take another 2-0 victory over aLive, and aLive is going to be 1-2 in this group. And GuMiho will just have to overcome his loss from the other day against Yishi to now move through this. And you'll also play against Lasira to see where the final placings are going to be. Lasira has to play against Yishi as well. Still have 3 matches left to go today. This is only going to be halfway through the group, so really it's open for anyone. Yishi on a 0-1 scoreline. Lasira and GuMiho on a 1-0 scoreline, heading into the next set of matches, into the second half of the matches here today.